Yeah. I got him in here cooking tonight after he works 12 hours. See, this is what you need to do when you come home from work. And when you're done, you're going to clean all those dishes in the
Honestly, it's not surprising that he eventually decided to kick her out. She's acting like the money he earns automatically belongs to her, even though he's the one putting in the work. He's reportedly working around 70 hours a week, so it makes sense that he'd want to be responsible with what he earns. Going out for dinner or enjoying yourself once in a while isn't sustainable. At some point, you have to think about saving, investing, and preparing for the future instead of constantly spending everything you make.
He actually left, and he said he's going to stay gone until I get my act together. So I'm going to tell you what happened, okay? Pretty much, he works like 70 hours a week, okay? And I asked him if we can go out to eat. We went out to eat yesterday, and I asked him again if we can go out to eat again. He said that this can't be something we do on a routine basis. And I'm just like, why not? Why not? When you have the money to do it and you make all that money, why can't we do that? And he says, because we're supposed to be saving.
Where we about to go?
We're supposed to save. What are we investing in? Why are we saving in the first place?
My clothes in my...
Okay. First of all, what I'm not going to do is sit here and allow someone to tell me what my money, that's my money too, because we're married. I'm not going to allow someone to tell me what my money is going to go towards. Okay. Simple as that. And if he's going to keep it up, then he don't have.
Honestly, it's hard to fault the man for reacting the way he did, especially considering how disrespectfully she was treating him. She didn't need to record him just to monitor everything he was doing, and the conduct and attitude was completely unnecessary, particularly when he wasn't even engaging with her. But today, we're looking at some of the wildest moments where husbands finally decide they've had enough and ask their wives to leave. Trust me, you won't want to miss these clips.
Basically, you just telling me that you're insecure.
No, it's not that I'm insecure. It's just a respect thing. When you're dealing with somebody that does a lot, you should appreciate that and show me some type of respect like that.
What does that have to do with you being insecure?
You keep talking about insecure. That's not the case. Listen, it don't even matter no more. Yo, gotta go.
You got to give me 30 days to get out.
I ain't got to give you
And then you packing my stuff like I could pack my own stuff.
You're good. I'm going to pack it for you. Your name ain't on the lease.
My name is on the lease as an occupant.
No. You're no damn occupant.
Yeah, I'm an occupant. You have to give me 30 days to get out. Virginia law.
You're an occupant. Your ass out of here.
Well, I'm glad you folded my shit the way it need to be folded.
Respectfully, why wouldn't I?
No, it just don't make sense that men are like that. No, men these days are very insecure.
Listen, it's not about men these days. I'm not them.
When you go to the club, do I say anything about you being in the club?
I'm putting you out very respectfully. All you had to do was delete a number and you wanted to keep. Why would you even want to keep contact with ex anyway in your phone? Like why?
Because you can't talk to me about the stuff that I need to be talked to about. So at the end of the day, I got to talk to somebody who I can talk to.
So you talk to your ex. See, that's the problem with females. They go back to what they know.
That ain't got nothing to do with going back what I know.
So what you got his number for? Say.
I just told you.
Oh, so you talk to him about when you're going through stuff.
Yeah.
That I can't talk to you about.
Yeah, because you don't know how to communicate.
Why you don't talk to your mama or your daddy or your sister or your brother?
Why would I talk to them about?
At first, it wasn't completely clear why she was calling him insecure. But once you find out she's maintaining contact with an ex, it's easier to understand why he might have a problem with it. A lot of people wouldn't feel comfortable with their partner staying closely connected to someone they used to date. That's less about insecurity and more about respecting boundaries within a relationship. Of course, every couple has different standards, but dismissing his concerns as insecurity doesn't really address why the situation bothers him in the first place.
He buys me my house in the hills overlooking the ocean in Malibu. He has invested into assets in my trust fund.
So let me get this straight so I know that we are all on the same page. Y'all don't want to cook. Y'all don't want to clean. Y'all don't want to do laundry. Y'all don't want to support a man financially. You don't want to fold clothes. You don't want to support a man emotionally. All you want to do is lay on your backs and get hit and spend all this money. And by all means, if you can find a man that's willing to allow you to do so, cook him. And I mean, grill his pockets to the fullest. I ain't got no problem with that. However, a relationship is supposed to be give and take. How can you call yourself a good woman if all you willing to do is take? You're not willing to give.
It sounds like she wants the benefits that come with being married without wanting to contribute much to the relationship herself. She expects him to handle the house, cover the bills, and provide financially, but seems less interested in doing the everyday things that help a marriage work. A healthy relationship should involve effort from both sides, whether that's helping around the home, showing appreciation, spending quality time together, or simply making your partner feel valued.
You woke me up for what?
You need to leave. When you're married, manipulate. I need you gone. Like, we gotta go.
Can we revisit this after the holidays?
No. Today, we're not doing the after holidays and prolonging this whole process. No.
So you're going to ruin the holidays for everyone, for the kids, for
the
my
holidays
family.
wasn't on your mind when you did what you did. Like, we're not doing this. This is cyclical. This is a cycle, which you know.
Okay, but what? Okay, so your birthday, I was planning something real big.
That's
and
fine.
now
That's my birthday. I
can
don't
we
need anything.
Can we
No, that's 7-8 months out. No.
So there is no reconciliation right now?
No. There's always a reconciliation. There's always a reclamation. There's always a recycle. We're not. No. You gotta go.
Are you really doing this right now?
Are you doing that right now on the camera?
No tears, bro.
What's crazy is that the caption tries to paint him as the manipulative one, even though he's the person who was reportedly cheated on. She's the one who broke that trust, yet somehow she's framing him as the problem. And blaming him for ruining the holidays doesn't really change anything. Betrayal doesn't suddenly become acceptable just because it happens around Christmas or another special occasion. It's understandable that someone in that position would be extremely upset and might seriously consider ending the marriage.
Trying. I've done everything that you asked me to do.
You're being real studio right now.
Please don't do this. Like, the holidays are coming, the kids
Don't put this on me. Like, let's not do this. Don't put it on me.
You know,
Be
I've been
accountable.
going through so much.
No, you've been putting yourself in so much.
Please
These are your actions.
don't do this. We can fix this.
There's no fixing. You gotta go.
My God.
You gotta go.
Like, this is not happening right now.
It has to
I
happen
can't
right
lose
now.
you.
It's already lost.
Dude, he's so calm.
Man, he really seems like he's completely done with the relationship. Once he's made up his mind and tells her to leave, there's not much she can do except respect that decision. What's especially noticeable is how quickly her attitude changes. She starts off defensive and confrontational, but once she realizes he's serious, her emotions shift and she breaks down in tears.
Visit this.
I just ran off every R word in the book. We're not revisiting. We are not doing anything. There's no renovation of this. Just don't drag this out any longer. You gotta go.
I've given you the opportunity to correct the things that you've needed to correct in this relationship.
And they've been corrected without
And I feel like
repeat
it's not
since we're
being
on the R
reciprocated
words.
for me. I feel like I've given you all the opportunity to do what needs to be
was
done, and you
reciprocated and not
don't give me the
repeated.
same space to get the things done that I need to fix. I know I can fix it. Please.
You need to rectify with
Very
yourself.
studio.
Whenever someone suddenly says, "I can fix this," it usually means the relationship has already reached a serious breaking point. If this issue has happened repeatedly and he has already given her chances to change, then those words don't mean much anymore. If she truly wanted to make things right, there were plenty of opportunities to do it before everything finally reached this stage.
Men that will not be entertained in 2026.
Oh, God.
No car/license. If you don't have a car, rentals I don't mind, but you better have a car when you're around me. You understand? No license. If you have a green license or a passport, you better have a pink license. Otherwise you're not being around me. Motionless. You better have some motion, have some ambition. You need to be getting to that money. I don't want no broke bum. Do you understand? Party goers / party holidays. Too many female friends. Alcoholics. Short men. No own place. You better have your own home. Because I have my own house, you better have your own house. You're not living with me. I don't adopt the homeless. This is not a homeless shelter. Not healthy. Uneducated. Multiple
What
baby
an attitude.
mamas. Fatherless men. You better have a dad. Otherwise it's not going to work. And mummy issues. I don't want you to come here with mummy issues. And you think that I'm your mum.
Honestly, based on the way she's behaving, it doesn't seem like she's interested in building a healthy relationship at all. Her actions make it sound like she wants the benefits of having a partner without actually putting in the effort that a committed relationship requires. If that's how she feels, maybe being in a relationship simply isn't what she wants right now.
Other men, and she won't get out of my car. Now she's crying. So I caught her talking to other dudes. Oh, wow, that must be sad. God, that must be terrible. Oh, man. What were their names again? I love how you said they were just your friends and you were sending them pictures.
It's interesting how quickly the emotions can change once someone realizes the relationship may actually be over. She could be crying because she's finally understanding that she's losing her partner, but there's still a noticeable difference between being upset about the breakup and showing genuine remorse. Instead of taking responsibility or offering a sincere apology, the focus can sometimes shift toward portraying themselves as the victim.
All right, we gotta go.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, guess what?
What?
Do you like my new outfit?
Do you want the husband answer or do you want the truth?
I don't understand.
No, it's really simple. Do you want the husband answer or do you want the truth?
But you're my husband, and you should always tell me the truth.
Right, but do you want the husband answer or do you want the truth?
I want the husband answer.
I think it looks amazing, and I think you're absolutely gorgeous and breathtaking.
No, I want the truth.
I don't give a
Oh my God.
All right, this is one of those situations where a long-term marriage can create a very different dynamic between two people. After being together for 20 years, both partners are obviously going to have their own perspective on what happened. But sometimes there's the answer someone gives in the moment, and then there's what they genuinely believe. And honestly, this kind of reaction is probably pretty familiar to a lot of married couples.
I thought we'd do 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yes or no?
No. I feel I'm the provider of the family.
You're the provider,
Yeah, I feel
so
like
you have money.
Is that what you're here for?
No, I'm here for love.
All right.
But I can never love a broke man. So everybody put your head down if you don't have money.
If more than half the guys raise their hands, the men may vote to replace the girl. I'll leave it on you guys. They all wanted to swap.
By the end of the clip, it felt like she was trying to explain away the rejection, instead of accepting what actually happened. She claimed that this is simply what happens when someone gets rejected, but that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes people walk away because they don't connect with someone's attitude or personality, and blaming the rejection doesn't change that.
What kind of options would be available to me? I'll give you a quick synopsis. I'm 42 years old. Last year I used to weigh 200 pounds.
None.
No, I'm not finished.
None. Yeah, you
That was
are.
last year.
Yeah, you are.
This year I weighed 165.
No, ma'am. I said you're finished. You're finished.
I'm done?
Yep.
There's nothing left for me.
Not realistically.
Well, thank you.
And then if you have any children.
So my kids are...
Okay, ma'am, I don't need to... Okay, the only way that there would ever be any chance for you is if you were gorgeous. And if you were gorgeous, you wouldn't be calling. You're going to have to be very feminine, very submissive, very cooperative. You have to bring a lot to the table. So that's why when you ask...
Of course, anyone can work on improving their circumstances. But this guy was extremely blunt about how he felt. She has children. And based on what's being said, her weight may also be a factor in how some people view her dating options. It's a sensitive subject, but the reality is that certain personal circumstances can affect who someone is able to attract or connect with romantically.
try only. And I ended up making $50,000 in my first month.
How many months did you make this much?
I started with 50, 60, and then it leveled out at 20 a month.
That's not bad at all. That is $250,000 a year. Is not something to complain about.
Definitely not. I spent 30 minutes on there a day, and I would send my managers photos, and they would go into the chat and bait people for money. But I stopped that.
Why?
Just feeling like it was very wrong.
Why?
Because I felt scammy.
Okay, you went full Christian good girl. Okay.
Yeah.
And being told you made $200,000 in 6 months. Where the did that go?
I purchased my mom.
I think a lot of people would probably understand that perspective, which is one reason many choose not to enter that kind of situation in the first place. Once something like this becomes part of someone's past, it can make future relationships more complicated. Some potential partners may struggle to accept what happened before, especially when they're considering a serious relationship or marriage.
If my man doesn't like it, then I'm not doing it. Let me rewind. If my man does not like it, then I'm not doing it.
Based as fuck.
And I know some of the younger generation might be screaming right now, but hear me out. That's my man. That's my heart and soul, my best friend. He is my partner. We are in this together forever. Okay. And I don't know where it got lost. So I know that if he doesn't want me to do something, he has a good reason for it. And I know that he has my best interest at heart.
This is a good example of what mutual respect can look like in a marriage. She clearly takes her husband's feelings and boundaries seriously, and I'd assume he gives her that same level of consideration in return. When both partners understand what makes the other person uncomfortable and choose to respect those boundaries, it can make the relationship much healthier.
You a good servant.
Right. Sadly, though, there are some women out there that genuinely believe this, and that would be because they have encountered that small minority of men that unfortunately do want their wives to be nothing more than servants. But even more unfortunately, those women that actually believe this seem to lack the critical thinking skills to understand that not all men are the same.
When he says he sees wifey material, you need to hear that he sees you're easy to exploit.
What's really sad is there seems to be an ever-increasing number of women that will try to find any way to try to make themselves out to be a victim.
The man who sees you as wifey material is planning for you to have a nice long life of cleaning his dishes, washing his socks, and getting on your knees whenever he wants you to.
Some really do try, don't they?
As I recently heard a man say online, you may not be feeling so well, but your mouth still works. That's how they see us. That's what wifey material is. Wifey material is an insult.
Take a lesson. That is how prejudice starts. Someone takes one thing that apparently a rather uneducated individual said and applies it.
I honestly don't understand how she reached that interpretation. The conversation started with what sounded like a compliment. When someone calls you wifey material, they're usually saying they see qualities in you that could make you a good wife. Somehow, though, she managed to turn that into something completely different. But stay tuned, because the final clip is easily the most unbelievable one of the entire video, and you definitely won't want to miss it.
Proof we live in a very sick, crazy world. People, this Greyhound bus driver caught his wife cheating after 9 years. You may be thinking, what's the big deal? People cheat every day. People, it's not a surprise that someone was cheating. The surprise was who they was cheating with. So people, this Greyhound bus driver went to work, and right before he started his shift, he became very sick. He had a very bad headache, and he felt like he was about to throw up. This man became so sick, he did not want to take any chances and drive a group of people down the road. So this man then told his boss how he was feeling, and he told his boss he was thinking about going to the emergency room. When this man left his job, instead of him going to the emergency room, he decided to go home. And you won't believe what this man seen. People, when this man got home, he opened his door and he went straight to his bedroom. This man seen his wife with no clothes on. Her face was smothered into the pillow and she was bent over. People, I cannot make this up. Their family dog was humping this man's wife very fast. When the husband walked into the bedroom, the wife threw the dog off off and tried to kick the dog and told the husband it's not what it looked like. The husband then screamed and said, "What on God's earth is going on? People, this is crazy. Let me explain. People, this couple was married for 9 years and they did not have any kids, and they had 2 dogs. They had a black Labrador and they had a golden retriever. Now, people, this Greyhound bus driver was shocked. He did not have a clue something like this was even possible. Also, keep in mind, when the husband called his wife sleeping with the family pet, he knew 100% his wife knew exactly what she was doing. People, the wife was moaning and she was enjoying herself. It was no way she could explain herself out of that situation. Now, people, with that being said, it was several signs that the husband ignored when it came to the dog and the wife. Again, the husband didn't have a clue something like this was even possible. People, the dog will always try to hump this woman's leg. The dog will always try to smell her backside. Sometime when this woman tried to fold clothes on the floor, the dog would try to hump her back. Anytime the dog would act crazy and do crazy stuff like this, the husband and the wife would laugh. They would say they need to find this dog a woman. Also, keep in mind, the only dog that had this behavior was the Labrador. Also, keep in mind, this couple worked 2 different shifts. The husband worked night shift and the wife worked morning shift, so they rarely ever at home together. This particular day when the husband called the wife was off for work and the husband came home sick. So people, only God knows how long this was going on. People, we live in a very sick world. This story shocked me because I never knew a human would do something with an animal like this. Now people, why on God's earth would a woman do something like this with a dog? Your guess is good as mine.
I'm not cleaning, I'm not sucking, I'm not fucking, I'm not washing.
I genuinely don't know what I just heard. After 9 years together, that has to be one of the most unbelievable divorce stories I've come across. The whole situation is absolutely wild from beginning to end. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What do you think about everything that happened?